It's true that most Americans don't use electric kettles. They're really common in the UK and most people use them. You'll find them in most households and workplaces. It's true that Brits are big tea drinkers, but that's not exactly why we have electric kettles. It actually comes down to a story about two people you've probably heard of, Nikola Tesla and Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison invented the long-lasting light bulb, and his dream was to see New York illuminated with this technology. To do this, he chose direct current, DC. It was a safe current, it worked well over long distances, and in 1882, Edison achieved his goal of illuminating Lower Manhattan. But Edison had a European employee called Nikola Tesla. There was a problem with direct current, which meant that power was lost over a long distance. To maintain a network of lighting around Manhattan, they had to plant what we call dynamos. A dynamo is a device that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy, or direct current. Tesla realised that he could solve this problem another way, with a simpler system called alternating current, or AC. In direct current, electrons only travel in one direction, but with alternating current, they go back and forth in a circuit. Because of this, AC required fewer power stations and fewer wires. It seemed like the perfect solution. Edison disagreed, and in his memoirs he wrote, "Alternating current has no future, and anyone dabbling in that field is wasting his time, and besides, it is a deadly current, while direct current is safe." Tesla couldn't take it. He left the company and founded his own company. Now things got ugly. Edison began a campaign to discredit Tesla and his alternating current. Edison played dirty. He had technicians electrocute animals live in front of audiences to demonstrate that AC was dangerous, whereas DC was safe. Now, over time, it became evident that this was not true. It gradually became apparent that Tesla's AC was actually more efficient, it was easy to distribute over longer distances, and it was completely harmless. Now, AC and DC coexist peacefully, and each serves a purpose, and the US eventually adopted Tesla's AC. Almost every home and workplace in America is now wired for AC. But because of the original safety concerns about higher voltage, the US adopted Edison's lower voltage. Edison's preference of 110 volts DC was adopted over Nikola Tesla's 240 volt AC current. The grid in the US is not the same as it is in the UK. This is where we get to the point of the story. There's what we call a voltage disparity. The electrical grid in the US operates at about 110 to 120 volts, but most electric kettles are designed to operate between 220 and 240 volts. So electric kettles in America take a much longer time to boil water. So electric kettles haven't taken off in America because they're just not as efficient as in Britain. For us, kettles are about 80% more efficient at converting power into boiling water. It's about 70% for stovetop kettles and 50% for microwaves, which is ideal for us for when we're on the move and we just want to make a brew.